Wondering how you can save for current and future healthcare expenses? Have you heard of a health savings account? Let's review the many advantages a health savings account offers and why you may want to open and contribute to one. What exactly is a health savings account? A health savings account, or HSA, is a financial account to help pay for healthcare services. It is your personal bank account that allows you to set aside tax-free dollars to pay for medical, dental, or vision expenses for you or your dependents. Since the account is owned by you, the money in the account will always belong to you. The money can be used to pay for current eligible expenses or saved for future eligible expenses, including those after retirement. How will I know if I'm eligible to open a health savings account? To be eligible to open a HSA, you must be enrolled in a high deductible health plan, or HDHP. The IRS requires a high deductible health plan to have a minimum deductible for individuals and families, which can change annually. You are not eligible to open or contribute to a health savings account if you can be claimed as a dependent on someone else's tax return. Also, if you are enrolled in other traditional medical coverage, including Medicare, TRICARE, or a healthcare flexible spending account through your employer or your spouse's employer, or enrolled in other coverage that is not a high deductible health plan, you are not eligible to open or contribute to a health savings account. How is a health savings account different from other medical spending accounts? Unlike the Healthcare Flexible Spending Account, or FSA, there is not a use it or lose it provision with a HSA. Once the money is deposited into your account, the funds will always be yours to use on a tax-free basis for eligible expenses. If you don't use the funds, they continue to grow year after year. Also, unlike other medical spending accounts that are owned by your employer, the HSA is portable. Since it belongs to you, it will always be yours, even if you change jobs or retire. Another advantage of the HSA is what we call the triple tax savings feature. Not only is the money deposited into the account on a tax-free basis, but the balance in your account earns interest tax-free, and any withdrawals from the account used for qualified medical expenses are tax-free. The HSA is unique in that it can also be used as a long-term investment vehicle. Once the balance in your HSA exceeds a certain threshold, most banks provide unique opportunities to invest HSA funds in self-directed investment options. Investing in your health savings account can be a great way to build long-term retirement and health care savings. How do I contribute to my health savings account? The best way to contribute to your HSA is through automatic payroll deductions. This allows you to have contributions taken directly from your paycheck on a pre-tax basis. Not only is this convenient, but payroll deductions help you make consistent contributions to get the most tax savings. Plus, you have the flexibility to change or stop your payroll deduction at any time throughout the year. Simply contact your Human Resources Department. Your employer may also contribute money to your HSA. Employer contributions are not taxable to you as the employee, and once money is deposited into your account, it belongs to you. If you fund your account on a post-tax basis, you'll realize the tax savings when you file your taxes for the year. You have a lot of flexibility when contributing to your HSA. You can put money into your account at any time during the year, and you can even contribute up until the tax filing deadline, which gives you more time to fully fund your account. How much can I contribute to my health savings account? Every year, the IRS sets an annual maximum that can be contributed. This maximum is based on your health plan contract type, single or family. Keep in mind, your contributions and your employer contributions combined cannot exceed the annual limit set by the IRS. It is important to monitor your contributions throughout the year so you don't end up with excess funds. If you are age 55 or older, you may contribute an additional $1,000 each year. This is called a catch-up contribution. What can I use my HSA funds for? You can use your HSA funds to pay for qualified medical expenses, including deductibles and coinsurance, dental and vision care expenses, certain over-the-counter supplies, and some insurance premiums. This includes expenses like doctor visits, hospital services, lab fees, and prescription drugs, dental x-rays, fillings, extractions, and even braces. eye exams, eyeglasses, contacts, and more. HSA funds can be used for expenses incurred by family members, spouse, and children, even if those family members are not covered by your insurance plan. When you use your HSA funds to pay for out-of-pocket healthcare expenses, the funds are used on a tax-free basis, which means you're stretching your healthcare dollars further. How do I access the funds in my health savings account? Most banks will supply you with a HSA debit card that you can use for transactions at your doctor's office, pharmacy, store, online, and at other medical, dental, or vision vendors. An advantage of using your HSA debit card, other than convenience, is that it is programmed to only allow for eligible purchases. You may also request reimbursement from your health savings account if you pay for eligible expenses out of pocket. Remember, HSA funds can be used without paying taxes or a penalty as long as those dollars are used to pay for qualified medical expenses. There are a few things to keep in mind when using your health savings account. Expenses must be incurred on or after the date your HSA is opened, so it's best to get your account set up right away. Expenses can be reimbursed only up to the balance in the account, and there is no time limit on when you can request reimbursement for an expense. You can wait as long as you want to submit an expense. Just make sure to keep all receipts and documentation with your tax records. When you file your taxes, you will need to indicate how much money was contributed to your HSA for that year, as well as how much was spent. You will receive tax forms from your HSA bank to reflect withdrawals made. In the event you are audited by the IRS, you will need to provide proof that the money you withdrew was used for qualified medical expenses. So it's important that you keep all receipts for expenses you pay for with your HSA. Purchases made for ineligible expenses will be subject to income tax, as well as a 20% penalty if you are under age 65. If you are over age 65, withdrawals for ineligible expenses are only subject to income tax and not the penalty. Check with your tax advisor if you have any questions. Check with your employer for resources that provide current minimum and maximum set by the IRS regarding high-deductible health plans and health savings accounts. You can also refer to IRS Publication 502 for a comprehensive list of eligible expenses. A health savings account is a great way to prepare for expected and unexpected healthcare expenses. We hope you enjoy the convenience and control your health savings account offers.